So what are the 5 cases of circles? For case number 1, circle whose center is at the origin, 0 and 0. Case number 2, unit circle. Case 2 is applicable also for trigonometry. Okay? Case number 3 naman is the point circle. Case 4 is no circle. Case number 5, circle whose center is at H and K. But for this video, I'm just only going to discuss the case number 1, equation of the circle whose center is at the origin, center 0 and 0, and with a certain radius value. When we say origin, that means that it is the intersection between the x-axis, which is this horizontal line right here. The vertical line represents our y-axis. The point of intersection between the two axes, the x and y axis, is what you call the origin. And it has the x coordinate 0 and the y coordinate, which is also 0. And we take note that for case number 1, the center of the circle is at the origin. So we let our center, which is symbolized as capital letter C, be the origin. And we have a certain radius value. So in order for you to have a radius, you have to have a point which lies on the circle. So let's say we have a point right here. Let's say that is point P with coordinates x and y. Then we have to graph our circle. Okay, so that is our circle right there. And from the center, again, the definition of the radius. So from the center up to one point on the circle, which is the point P, this distance right here, this yellow-green line right here represents our radius, which is symbolized as lowercase r. And we have to get the standard equation or derive the standard equation and general equation of this case number 1. So our given right here, in order for us to derive the standard equation of the circle, we have a center right here, which has the x coordinate of 0 and y coordinate of 0. We also have a point that lies on the circle, x coordinate of x, y coordinate of y. Okay? Then we need to compute for the radius. Okay? So in order to do that, we let x sub 1 be equal to 0. We let y sub 1 be equal to 0. We let x sub 2 be equal to x. Y sub 2 be equal to y. And in order for us to derive for the standard equation of the circle, we're going to use the distance between 2 points formula. Since we are just given 2 points, which is the first point is the center of the circle. Then the second point will be the point that is on the circle. The distance between 2 points formula is this. So D is equal to the square root of x sub 2 minus x sub 1 quantity square plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 quantity square. And we take note that the distance right here between 2 points is equal to the radius of the circle. So we let r be equal to the square root of x sub 2 minus x sub 1 quantity square plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 quantity square. Then we're just going to substitute the given values. Our x sub 2 is equal to x. Our x sub 1 be equal to 0. Quantity square plus y sub 2 naman natin ay y minus y sub 1 naman natin ay 0. Quantity square. We will be left with r is equal to the square root of x minus 0 is equal to x quantity square plus y minus 0 that is equal to y quantity square. Therefore, r is equal to the square root of x square plus y square. And in order for you to remove this square root symbol right here, you're just going to take the square of both sides of the equation. Cancel out yan because of the square. And we know that r quantity square is equal to r square is equal to x square plus y square. If we're going to arrange this, it will be in this form: x square plus y square is equal to r square. So this will be our standard equation of the circle when the center is at the origin and with a certain radius value. This will be our standard equation. So here are the properties of the equation of the circle whose center is at the origin. So number 1, the equation is quadratic. So pag sinabi natin quadratic, sabi dito meaning that both the x and the y have a highest degree of 2 in both variables x and y. Ano bang example ng equation of the circle? X square plus y square is equal to 6. Okay? So masasabi natin na circle yan pag meron tayong degree na both x at y, yung variable natin, ang highest degree nila ay 2. Yung exponent nila ay 2. Okay? Circle yan. Pero pag ang pinag-uusapan naman natin ay lines, let's say x plus y is equal to 6. Diba ang degree nito ay 1? Pag walang nakalagay na exponent, matik that is 1 yung kanyang exponent. So kung 1 ang highest degree niya, that is what you call a line. Yung kanyang graph. This is what you call a linear equation rather. Ito naman ay equation of the circle. Ito naman ay circle. The numerical coefficients of x square and y square are equal. So anong example niyan? Kagaya nito, x square plus y square is equal to 6. So ano bang numerical coefficient niya? Pag walang nakalagay na numerical coefficient sa unahan ng ating term, especially dito sa variable na to, x square and y square, matik ang kanyang coefficient ay equal sa 1. Pag walang nakalagay. So they have both numerical coefficients that are equal to 1. And tapos na tayo sa number 1 and number 2. Number 3 naman, there are no x and y terms. So makikita mo dito, wala naman tayong x and y terms. Take note, ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, these are the properties of the equation of the circle whose center is at the origin. Iba naman ang properties pag ang center natin ay sa h and k. Yung center natin is at h and k. Okay? May x and y terms na siya. Unlike dito sa equation ng circle which is at the origin, there are no x and y terms. So, makikita mo naman dito sa example natin ulit na x square plus y square is equal to 6. Wala siyang x and y terms. Hindi katulad ng center natin which at h and k, x square plus y square minus 6x plus 3y is equal to 18. Kitang-kita mo naman na magkaiba pag ang center natin ay 0 and 0 at yung center naman dito ay h and k. Pag h and k kasi meron siyang x and y terms. Unlike dito, wala tayong x and y terms. X squared term and y squared term lang. So, yun yung pinagkaiba. So, this is the standard equation of our circle whose center is at the origin. So, na-derive na natin to. So, x square plus y square is equal to r square. The general equation of a circle whose center is at the origin, C, 0 and 0. Okay, ito naman yung kanyang general equation. Iba din ang general equation pag ang center natin ay h and k. Ulitin ko, meron siyang x and y terms din. So our general equation is ax square plus by square plus e is equal to 0. Itong e, that is our constant term. Yung walang variable. Let's say 6, 5, -20. Yun yung mga constant term natin. For example number 1, derive the equation x squared all over 9 plus y squared all over 9 is equal to 1 in standard and in general form. Then determine the center and radius of the circle. So the first thing that you will do here is to write this equation right here, which is x squared all over 9 plus y squared all over 9 is equal to 1. And we take note that the coefficient of our x squared term and y squared term should be equal to 1. So if you're going to rewrite this equation right here, it will be like this. 1 over 9 x squared plus 1 over 9 y squared is equal to 1. Okay? As you can see here, hindi siya equal sa 1. Equal sila sa 1 over 9 yung kanilang coefficient. So, dapat as per rule ng properties of the circle when it comes to deriving for the standard equation and the general equation of the circle, the coefficient of the x squared term and the y squared term should be equal to 1. So, what you're going to do here is to multiply both sides of the equation by 9. Then, i-distribute mo tong 9 dito sa x squared term and sa y squared term. And itong 9 naman sa right side of the equation, distribute mo din. Then, you will multiply it by 1. So, 9 times x squared all over 9 plus 9 times y squared all over 9 is equal to 9 times 1. Then, all you have to do here is to simplify. So, 9 times x squared all over 9. Makakancel lang yung 9. Dito din. Okay? Then, we will be left with x squared plus y squared is equal to 9 times 1 is equal to 9. So, this is the standard equation of our circle. Okay. So, you already have the standard equation of the circle. So, pag ganito ang kanyang equation, okay? Pag x squared term lang and y squared term, automatic yung kanyang center is at the origin. But in case number 5, pag yung center natin ay in h and k, meron na siyang value ng h and value ng k. And yung r natin, recall that our standard equation of the circle is x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. So, itong 9, equal yan sa r squared. So, r squared is equal to 9. We square root both sides of the equation in order to remove this square right here dito sa r. So, makakancel yan. We will be left with r is equal to the square root of 9. So, r is equal to, the square root of 9 is 3. So, since wala tayong given na units, like meters, feet, etc., we will write the word units. If you're going to recall in our first video about circles, the parts of the circles, pag walang nakalagay na specific unit sa problem, ang ilalagay mo ay the word units or generalization of units. determine already the radius and the center of our circle. Now we're just going to derive the standard equation into general equation. So, di ba, x square plus y square is equal to 9. All you have to do here, in order for you to convert this standard equation into general equation, you're just going to transpose this constant term right here, which is 9, and transpose it to the left side of the equation. So x squared plus y squared minus 9 is equal to 0. So this will be our general equation of our circle. And if you're going to graph this example number 1, we take note that our center is at the origin and our radius is equal to 3 units. So yung ating center is at the origin. Origin ay nandito sa gitna ng x-axis and y-axis. The point of intersection between the x and y-axis, we already discussed that. So this is our center. The radius of our circle is 3 units. So if you're going to sketch this, you will form a circle. And you can also name this circle right here based on the standard equation of the circle. So we can say that this circle right here is x squared plus y squared is equal to 9. Let's proceed to example number 2. So for example number 2, derive the equation 3x squared plus 3y squared is equal to 12 in standard and general form. Then determine the center and radius of the circle. So the first thing that you will do here is to write the given. So yung given natin dito is 3x squared plus 3y squared is equal to 12. So as per rule, in the properties of the circle whose center is at the origin, yung kanyang coefficient of the x squared term and the y squared term should be equal to 1. So as you can see here, hindi naman sila equal sa 1 because we have the coefficient of 3 for both x squared term and y squared term. So dapat ang kanyang coefficient should be equal to 1. Iba naman process ang gagawin natin. Hindi natin i-multiply both sides by 3, but we're going to divide both sides of the equation by 3. Since hindi na yung ating coefficient, hindi na siya fraction. Diba dun sa example number 1, fraction siya because ang kanyang coefficient is 1/9. In example number 2 naman, hindi siya fraction because our coefficient in the equation right here is 3. So we divide both sides by 3. So 3x squared all over 3 plus 3y squared all over 3 is equal to 12/3. Then you can cancel this out. That will become x squared plus y squared is equal to 12 divided by 3 is 4. So this will be our standard equation of our circle. And we take note that our center, pag nakaganto yung form ng ating standard equation of the circle, our center is at the origin. And we take note also that r squared is equal to 4. If we square root both sides of the equation, the square will be cancelled out because of the square root symbol. So r is equal to the square root of 4. So r is equal to 2 units. So we already computed for the center and the radius of the circle. Now we're going to convert this standard equation to general form. So all you have to do here is transpose this constant term to the left side of the equation. So x squared plus y square minus 4 is equal to 0. So this will be our general equation of our circle, whose center is at the origin and has a certain radius value. Now, let's try to graph this example number 2. So our center is at the origin. Our given radius, or the computed radius, is equal to 4 units. Again, our origin is the intersection of the x and the y-axis. So, nandito siya. So, the center is at the origin, 0 and 0. The radius of the circle is 4 units. So, you can sketch the circle. You can also name this circle in standard form or general form. But usually, standard form ang nagamit. So, to name this circle, our standard equation of example number 2 is x squared plus y squared is equal to 4. Okay, example number 3, find the equation of the circle whose center is at the origin and passes through the point 3 and negative 4. So, our given in this problem, we have our center which is at the origin. Our center is at 0 and 0, the origin. If you're going to sketch that, nandito siya. So C, 0 and 0. Then our point is 3 and negative 4. Kung 3 and negative 4 yan, okay? The first number ay yung ating horizontal distance. So 3 units. Then, yung negative 4 naman, yun yung ating vertical distance. So since negative 4 yan, pababa tayo. P, which is 3 and negative 4. Yung hinahanap natin sa problem is the equation of the circle. So the equation of the circle, it can either be the standard equation or the general equation. So we have to compute for both equations. So in order for you to solve for the radius of the circle, you have to use the distance formula. So d is equal to the square root of x sub 2 minus x sub 1 quantity square plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 quantity square. If you're going to recall our previous video about lines, we're going to use the distance formula, the distance between 2 points, since we are given 2 points, which is the center and the given point P. Since yung ating center is the first point, so we let x sub 1 be equal to 0. Y sub 1 naman natin ay equal to 0. X sub 2 natin ay equal to 3. Then y sub 2 naman natin ay equal sa negative 4. We're just going to substitute these values right here dito sa ating distance formula. X sub 2 natin ay 3 minus x sub 1 natin ay 0, quantity square, plus y sub 2 natin ay negative 4 minus y sub 1 natin ay 0, quantity square. So d is equal to 3 minus 0. That will be 3 square plus negative 4 minus 0, that is negative 4 quantity square. So d is equal to the square root of 3 square is 9. Negative 4 square is 16. So d is equal to 9 plus 16, that is equal to 25. So d is equal to the square root of 25. And the square root of 25 is equal to 5 units. So this distance right here is our D, and that is equal to R. Since ang pinag-uusapan natin dito ay radius. So D is equal to R, and R is equal to 5 units. So the radius of our circle is 5 units. So kung 5 units yan, that is the graph of example number 3. Our main objective here is to formulate the equation of the circle. So we already have the radius of the circle. We also have the center, which is at the origin. So our computed radius is equal to 5 units. And our center is at the origin. Then in order for you to formulate the standard equation of the circle, we take note that our formula is x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. X squared plus y squared is equal to, what is our r? 5. Don't include the word units pag magsasubstitute. Okay? So x squared plus y squared is equal to 5 squared is equal to 25. So this will be our standard equation of our circle. And in order for you to formulate the general equation of the circle, just have to transpose this constant term to the left side of the equation. So x squared plus y squared minus 25 is equal to 0. So this will be our general equation of our circle. So we can name this circle a form of standard equation. So x squared plus y squared is equal to 25. So for more videos about pre-calculus and other math-related topics, please subscribe to my channel in order for you to get notified whenever I posted a new lecture video. So thanks for watching. Have a nice day.